We think we know everything about doping scandals in sports, especially in Eastern countries, but we learn more terrible things every day. For instance, female athletes from the Soviet gymnastics team, listen carefully, the Soviet gymnastics team at the 1968 Olympics were required to be pregnant a few weeks before the competition and then have an abortion immediately after. This is because medically, it's proven that a pregnant woman produces a higher number of male hormones, making her more competitive, stronger. Thus, it was girls barely 15 years old who were forced into this practice. François Brabant.
In this team of young Soviet women, Olga Kovalenko, here in the center, was still called Olga Karaseva. It was in Mexico, it was 1968, she was 18 years old and she was smiling. She had won the gold medal in gymnastics with the USSR team. And despite appearances, Olga was no longer a little girl. The doctors told us that a pregnant woman's body produces more male hormones and becomes stronger, she explains today. So Olga conceived a baby with her boyfriend at the time. 15 days after the games, there was the abortion there in that hospital. If I hadn't agreed, she claims, I wouldn't have been allowed to participate in the games. It was done amicably between the young girl and her management, says this former Soviet sports official, and still, Olga was lucky. The others had to sleep with their coach. Olga Kovalenko's testimony today removes the last doubts about this form of doping. Doubts arose in '56 at the Melbourne Games when 10 out of the 26 Soviet medalists were curiously pregnant at the same time. An increased cardiac volume, a greater number of red blood cells, thus better oxygen transport. Thanks to this and adequate training, one can gain 30% physical efficiency. And also, and above all, pregnancy is not on the IOC's blacklist. Olga Kovalenko is now 44 years old and she has decided to speak out. She must have good reasons.